Oh, we live, baby. We live.
Are we live?
Welcome.
Wow.
Yeah, it's been a while. We actually have enjoyed our summer. That's what we've been doing. Welcome all to the TGK 15 Season 2, Episode 1.
Yes.
Let's go.
And as you guys can see, it literally has been a while. I kid you not.
Yeah.
And we're just going to jump right into it with some bad news first. Before we do the bad news, let's get the formalities out of the way of the TGK 3. Normally we have 3 people. Gary is not here with us today. We will have 4 people. We have the 4th new person, which is Alex the BX Kid. Say hi, Alex. He's our residential PSVR extraordinaire.
What up, what up, what up?
We have our retardation Xbox One drone, a.k.a. Mr. Joker.
What you know about me, yo?
He's also a PC enthusiast. And we also have me. I'm gonna call myself the jack of all trades just because I feel wealthy today.
Get out of here.
I had an amazing day. You know what I'm talking about? An amazing day. You know? You know what I'm saying? But to start off with the bad news, and it's not that bad, but this is just to get the TGK summer recap out of the way, which is our new little thing called the hot topic. We're just gonna get that, get quick fire stuff out of the way that isn't that big of a deal at the current moment until it blows up, most likely. But according to the Dallas News, John Wright Martin worked as a personal assistant from 2014 to 2016 and is believed to have embezzled $3 million from his former employers, Randy and Kathy Pitchford. He spent the money on a lavish lifestyle, taking trips to Cancun, California, etc. This is unfortunate, and I hope Randy can retrieve some of his money back. This is Randy Pitchford, the person that is if I'm not mistaken, he's Gearbox's president. If I'm not mistaken, no, the Gearbox developer. Yeah, Gearbox president. He's the Gearbox president. That's who Randy Pitchford is. Gearbox is the people who make the Borderlands series and stuff. So let me just read a little bit more into it. He took trips to California, Cancun, London, and Italy 2 years ago. He chartered a private jet to take him and some friends to Florida. He also donated tens of thousands of dollars to charity. Well, that's the only good part to come out of it. And he couldn't afford any of it.
Only thousands, though. He stole billions?
He stole $3 billion over the course of 2 years. That's crazy.
So he donated that by accident.
I doubt it. I think he knew that he was going to get found out, and he just wanted to put something nice, so it made him sound like he was doing something nice with the money that he stole. So, yeah, you know.
He needed a better gesture than that.
Yeah, most likely. I mean, how do you feel about that, Joker?
No, I mean, if he feels like he did something good with that, then hey, whatever. But honestly, like, I don't know. That's freaking stupid. Like, how you gonna go out there and embezzle all this money and stuff, knowing that
it's a lot of money.
Yeah, that really is a lot of money.
$2 billion. That's a lot of money.
A lot of money.
That's lifetimes. There's a lot of people lifetimes right there.
And we segue into some beautiful Forza Horizon 4 review scores.
Oh, yeah.
It sits currently at a 92% on Metacritic and OpenCritic. Let me just read one of the reviews from the reviewers. From IGN, they gave it a 9.6 out of 10. First off, I'd like to point out, why does IGN always give these weird, if I'm not mistaken, they're the only ones who give weird number scores. If I'm not mistaken, they give weird number scores.
What do you mean by that?
So, I mean, I'm just curious as to why they do that.
Why curious?
Yeah. No, I'm curious. I just freaking weirdo.
Yes.
This guy.
No, I think I've only seen those guys like give like weird numbers. Like everybody gives like a solid number.
No, because I'm gonna tell you now. IGN gave a 9.6 out of 10, and the review basically states, "I'll always have a massive soft spot for for the down under. Somebody's giving feedback. Please mute your video. Down under delights of Forza Horizon 3, but open world racing has never looked as good as it does in Forza Horizon 4. It combines a beautiful world that's really 4 hugely distinct maps and one with constantly rewarding and self-rewarding racing experience. And I really can't. Can somebody mute? You're giving feedback.
What's that, man?
Stop. Somebody. Playground Games hasn't just upped the ante once again. Has blown the bloody doors off. They are. Yeah. If I'm not mistaken, I found out the culprit was Al, so I had to mute him for a while, guys. I'm sorry. Heavy gave it another weighted score, 9.8 out of 10. Why couldn't they just give it a 10? I never understood. Like, maybe these are for clickbaits. I'm starting to feel like these could possibly be clickbaits. Currently now, as it stands, it sits at 90% on Metacritic and 91% on OpenCritic.
Yeah.
Which is still, good as far as the review scores is concerned. Now that we got that out of the way, let's see if Al has fixed his mic.
Something?
Nope, nothing. Anyway, yeah. So the next thing that happened was, let's get this out of the way. Apparently, Astrobot VR is basically, if I'm not mistaken, Jeremy Horowitz. VR Super Mario 64 moment is Astrobot for PSVR. That's what he said. So from what I'm understanding, are you yeah, I think that's you gotta turn it down.
Who's that, me?
Yeah, that's you.
Me what?
Feedback.
I'm giving feedback now?
Yeah.
That's weird. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing different.
Very weird day we having. But stuff happens. So yeah, he said the big deal VR game coming next week, as some people correctly deduce, is Sony's Astrobot. Several others have recently used phrases like killer app to describe it. After note number 3, my next tweets are going to take high-level look at why VR players need to experience it. So I've been clear to discuss the VR game that's under review embargo, and I'm going to do so today. Quick notes before that. Number 1, I appreciate all the excitement and interest generated by my tweet, especially from those of you who understood that I was not being coy for hype. I'm not part of the game hype industry hype machine, and I really don't care about page views. I've covered games off and on for 25 years, don't get paid for traffic, and don't have a YouTube channel. What I'm going to discuss today is important and why, and I want to inspire more discussion. And he basically goes on to talk about Astrobot VR, which he's saying a lot of gamers who own the PSVR need to experience for themselves. So I'm going to go and dig deeper into what he says, because these are through tweets. He says it's a single-player game, but it does something special in defining the player. Imagine if 3D Mario games recognized that your head was there and treated that as an ongoing factor in gameplay and an opportunity for jokes that were consistently charming. The screenshots I'm about to show, which I haven't put up there yet. Long story short, if I get past it, he put a lot of screenshots up, and he's basically comparing Astrobot VR to what Super Mario 64 could have been if it was in VR, and that actually sounds pretty fucking cool. Yes, that was a curse, and I apologize.
That sounded really awesome, actually.
Yeah, and mind you, the game is only $39.99 if I'm not mistaken. So for that price, to be praised by someone as like he didn't say spiritual successor, so I'm not going to post words to his mouth, but he's basically comparing it to Super Mario 64. That's what it seems like.
Okay.
Yeah. So, are you thinking about picking that up and doing like a live gameplay of it out on the channel?
I definitely will definitely look into that.
Definitely. So I would say 2 weeks from now, if anything. The next one is from Konami. Sometimes we have an F Konami, but they did something stunning actually. A couple of weeks ago, Korea had leaked a Castlevania port to the PS4, and then it was taken down immediately. And before it was taken down, a lot of people took, they got screens and whatnot of it. But now they have actual words from Konami themselves that said, this is no simple port. Castlevania Requiem supports 4K 1080p upscaling, DualShock vibration, and etc. So they're saying basically this is it. Oh, and it's full trophy support as well. And they say good luck with platinum. This is from their
oh shit.
Yeah, this is from their this is from their tweet on their actual
challenge accepted
Twitter account. Yeah, so challenge accepted for Al because Al actually completed Metal Gear Solid: The Phantom Pain.
That doesn't make me qualified to defeat Castlevania.
Yeah, well, we're about to see it.
That gives you plenty of qualifications.
It definitely does. And the next thing actually is a big topic. It's quite scary, actually. I wouldn't say it's scary, but it's not for the faint of heart, aka the hardcore fanboys. Rich and Dean Ledbetter from I think Rich Ledbetter or Dean Ledbetter, whatever his name is. I just butchered the dude's name and I watch their videos all the time, which is crazy, right? But Digital Foundry did a comparison of PS4 versus Xbox One, PS4 Pro versus Xbox One X. Now we all know which is the powerful platform on that, as far as consoles are concerned versus
PS4 Xbox all day. Xbox all day.
Okay. Rich and Dean sit down to test out Assassin's Creed Odyssey across the PlayStation and Xbox platforms. Check out our side-by-side look and frame rate test to see how everything performs and to see some Assassin type things. So there's screenshots, and I'm going to open them up in the shared screen right now because these actually need to be seen to be believed. So let's open these bad boys up.
Make sure you had the correct tab open. All right.
Oh, I get what you're trying to say. Ha ha ha! Funny, man. So as you guys can see, I'm gonna link it to my page.
They all look horrible because of your quality.
No. Yeah. So as you can see, from what they've shown, there seems to be, and I don't know how wrong this is. Maybe they got. I mean, I can't say they got the wrong version because they got both versions of the different game. But why does the Xbox version look washed out? I know I'm not the only one that's noticing that, but I hope there's a patch for the Xbox One X version, seeing as that is the most powerful console currently. As you can see, there seems to be more detail in the PS4 Pro version as far as the color accuracy, but in the Xbox One X version, it seems a little bit washed out. And that's something I noticed when I was looking at this earlier.
Well, some people might say the Pro version looks more colorful, definitely.
Yeah, like even look at this one here. The difference between both.
Oh, yeah, that picture.
You see the character running. There seems to be more detail in the dirt when she's running, Cassandra running through the vineyard. And the grass seems to be, I mean, unless they've taken it from a different angle, the grass on the Pro version seems to be more present than in the Xbox One X version. So if anything, the Xbox One X was actually marketed with Ubisoft. So I'm curious to know what's the issue here, and I want to know if they plan on patching it. Because as you can see in the next slide, we also have this here, the two differences on the PS4 Pro and the Xbox version of Cassandra holding the eagle. And like it's very disconcerting. Here's another one. There's another one here, and it's just confusing because
And where are these photos from?
these are directly from Digital Foundry, if I'm not mistaken. Some of them are from Digital Foundry. Let me see. And Ajera. So there's two different people, two different sources. Digital Foundry did a video.
That's a pretty
which
big
is
difference.
the top video, and then the person Ruggiero, if I'm butchering the person's name, I'll add the link in the comments in the description after the video. I mean, after the podcast is over. But there's two different, screen grabs here, and also the video quality through the video. So, I'm really curious to see, what the issue might have been, and if they can correct it, which I'm assuming they can. What do you guys think of that? Especially you, our residential Xbox.
No, I mean, there are differences and stuff, and all this stuff comes from like the whole.
Is it post processing? Like, what is it?
Yeah, it comes from post processing. Checkerboarding also plays a factor in all of it.
But let me ask you a question real quick. Is the checkerboarding actually helping the PS4 Pro out currently? Because we know that it most likely is checkerboarding. But my question is, not only is it checkerboarding, but is that actually being a help to the PS4 Pro versus the Xbox One X? Because I remember last year when Assassin's Creed Origins came out, you can tell the difference as far as the Xbox One X version being native 4K, correct me if I'm wrong, versus checkerboard on the PS4 Pro. They both look great, but you can see. Can someone turn the feedback?
That's probably me.
Yeah, they both look great, but you can tell the difference in quality, especially if you're a tech head. Looking at different grains and within the game, the way the trees are, different grass fields, animal interactions, stuff like that. The 4x AA, anti-tropic filtering, all of that. Like, it plays a big effect. So I'm curious to know what that issue might be, if there is an issue.
Yeah, like, there's definitely a scandal there.
Yeah, because you notice.
That's it's very noticeable. It's huge.
I don't know, man. I mean, at the end, it's all about the processing. Like there are some things that needs to be done, and those things that get done get rendered a little bit better than others. Because like you said, on the Xbox, you have the whole actual native 4K. So we're talking about the actual resolution of 4K, like it's being shown as 4K, compared to the PS4 Pro, where it's being processed, checkerboard. Now, could that play a factor in all of it? Possibly, where checkerboard, everything gets each little segment gets processed in its own individual way. And then you get better picture, better quality, and all that stuff, compared to an Xbox where, like, this is the whole picture. Here you go, and it might look washed out because all the process power is going into like that one giant picture.
Yeah, true. Definitely.
So
true.
that could be a factor. I mean, I've been playing Monster Hunter for a while now. Like, I already have over 300 hours logged on, and playing on the Xbox One, the OG, the original Xbox One.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. And playing on my One X, you can tell like there's a huge difference, like
there's a huge gap.
It's like graphic wise, just a huge difference. And also, you even have the option. You actually have the option on the Xbox One X to actually either have your processor work more on frame rates, like have your processor in your video card work more on frame rates, or the resolution, or the actual process of whatever's in the background. And there is differences.
It's like a resolution, detail.
Yeah, they have that on the PS4 Pro as well.
Yeah, so I mean, I have it for frame rate, but I did have it for processing at one point, and there was a difference. There was a difference. It was
I played around with it too.
it was a little choppy at some points when when there's like a lot going on the
when there's a lot of action basically. Yeah.
But in the end, like as you're running around and stuff, like there was a lot of detail to a lot of things, and I was like, wow, like, this looks really nice. And I switched it over to frame rate, and the quality went down.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Like everything in the background went down in quality. Like the grass blades weren't as prominent. The leaves weren't as prominent either.
Yeah, but it was super smooth though.
Hell yeah, it was
smooth.
super smooth, man. Like I'm like doing my blade dance and stuff, using the dual blades, and I'm like, wow, this looks incredible right now.
It really did, because I was watching
it. So like I said, it all really depends and stuff on what's going on rendering wise. Could it be that the checkerboarding has an advantage when it comes to the color, or like being washed out and stuff, or it can just be that like this is what it is, and this is what everything focuses on. It's like a PC, like not everybody has the same exact PC. You know what I'm saying? So everybody has a little difference in them. So that there are some gamers that prefer frame rate over the processing, over how it looks.
Yeah.
There are other gamers that prefer how it looks, and they definitely want 4K, and they don't mind playing at 60 FPS.
Yeah, but you know who makes it into big deals? Cut the feedback, please. The people who make it into big deals are the fanboys. They scream and bark the loudest, honestly, and I feel like I really hope it doesn't follow us into the next gen. I mean, I know people say that all the time, but it's starting to get like extremely annoying. It's bothersome because the majority of the people doing it are grown-ass men who followed it from the last generation with 360 and PS3. It's like, okay, cool, kudos to you, but you don't have to keep your console warrior thongs on. It's starting to be annoying. End of story. That's kind of a good segue because it leads us into something beautiful. Phil Spencer announced mouse and keyboard support for Xbox. So he basically said it's a tool for developers if they choose to use it. It's not system level and not meant to mess with balanced matchmaking. Developers will likely be able to make multiplayer pools of controller only and keyboard and mouse only all. Coming to preview in October for Warframe, and they partner with Razer to do it. So I think that's pretty dope. I'm actually excited to see what they do. I want to try to get into the Xbox preview program myself. I know that's going to take like an arm and a leg, though.
I can't believe it took them that long to integrate the keyboard and mouse.
Nah, they already had it, but I'm pretty sure this is their first time announcing it. Like, that's how I feel, honestly. Another thing.
Shout out to Warframe too for being,
for being the first choice.
The first choice and still being an awesome game in this climate of golden age of gaming.
Yeah, it definitely is the golden age of gaming. Xbox just announced this Tuesday that passed that they're going to do a special Inside Xbox in Mexico City. It's called XO18. Which is crazy considering the last time there was an XO18 was between 2001 and 2006. And the stuff that they announced was stuff like Fable, Halo 2 announcement, Rare acquisition, announcing Project Gotham Racing, and the lineup for the Xbox 360. So this is basically PlayStation experience, but Xbox. So I really can't wait. Actually, I can't wait. This is going to be exciting. It's great to see them coming back with it. They're giving live coverage. It will be broadcast from Mixer from 10 to 11. And I'm thinking it's to October, 10, 11, including Mixer streams and a live episode of Inside Xbox. To the people thinking this is just an Inside Xbox episode, Phil Spencer said that they were bringing XO back. And it will be held in a physical event in Mexico City with thousands of fans. XO is much bigger than Inside Xbox. And Phil Spencer just said there will be both first-party and third-party announcements during the conference. He also brought up the fact that they've had XO events in the past, a long, long time ago, and announced Rare's acquisition. So I'm curious to see what they do. I hope they don't, buy another studio. I hope they make their own studio and hire people outside like gaming. Because if you guys know about the whole Telltale game situation, they can definitely hire some people from there and make some dope storytelling games. So Phil, I know this is a small podcast, but please do your due diligence and do something like that. Stop buying up companies and let them be. Like, please, Sony doesn't do it. Yeah, they get exclusive DLC, but nothing's worse to me than buying a company that was previously by themselves. And one company they did that to this E3 was the company Ninja Studios behind Hellblade. They bought the whole damn studio. It's like, okay, cool, but you bought a whole studio that made great games. Now it's yours. I'm all for it, but it's like, come on, bro, like make your own studios. Like I understand these guys are known for games like Forza. Like people when they hear Xbox, they think only 3 games: Forza, Halo, Gears. Have somebody like make another studio, and instead of like what they did with Coalition, before Coalition actually was announced, Coalition was another studio, and they was making a game called the Shang Heist or something, if I'm not mistaken. Let somebody work on that IP and then make some new games. Like, I don't understand why you got to buy up a whole company. Like, they bought up Rare. I mean, they were going to sit there and die anyway. But it's like, what did Rare do yet besides Sea of Thieves? And Sea of Thieves looks amazing on the Xbox One X. Don't get it twisted.
It definitely does.
Because I actually checked it out on the preview when I had Games Pass. But it's not like, oh, I'm going to buy an Xbox to play Sea of Thieves. Like, no, that's not happening anymore. It's not things aren't the way they used to be. You have to have studios that have and develop substance. You know how many, actually, prime example, there's a lot of PlayStation developers that they finish a game and then they leave and they go to their next project in another company. Why don't Microsoft hire those developers from Sony that worked on Uncharted and stuff like that so they can make a dope single-player game for the next Xbox? Like, it's not rocket scientists. Just do it. Nike, just do it. Do it. Like, it's not hard. Just do it. That's all I have. But what do you have to say about that, Joker? Like, I know you feel some type of way about that. Because it's like, I love Gears, but it's like, I'm not into it no more. Like, bring me something different, please. Bring me something different. Sunset Overdrive was one of those things different. Is this guy even there?
Yeah, we're talking Joker. We can't hear you.
Oh, I think he disappeared for a minute. Yeah, he said he disappeared for a minute. So we're going to segue into the next thing, which is, it's crazy because as I just was talking about how Xbox is having an XO. Actually, before I talk about that, let me backtrack. What do you think about this, Alex, as far as them coming up with their own ideas for games?
Think of what Microsoft coming up with their own ideas.
Yeah, like what do you think? You think they should buy more studios or give themselves chances to actually make these games?
It definitely seems like they're just lazy. Like they don't want to create content. They just want people. They just want to fund people and their ideas, and then take credit for it.
That does kind of make sense. Sounding.
That's how it seems to me. I mean, but, looking from the outside, and I guess so. But
I mean, it kind of sounds like that.
As like you said, it I definitely agree. Like they definitely should try to come up with their own studios. Hire outside creators, and then build it under your vision.
Exactly.
That's how you make authentic content.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely feel that's the way. But
Mm.
yeah, since he's not here, we're gonna segue into something a little bit more home hitting. Apparently, there's no PlayStation experience for 2018, so that sucks. Boo. Yeah.
A lot of people are upset about that.
Sean Layden confirmed in the PlayStation broadcast today the biggest reason is that they didn't want to build anticipation for not much news. He said, now that we have Spider-Man out the door, we're looking down in 2019 at games like Dreams and Days Gone, but we wouldn't have enough to bring people all together in some location in North America to have that event.
Yeah,
We
just for two
don't want
games.
to set expectations really high and then not deliver on them. So that kind of makes sense.
Yeah,
I mean,
it does.
it
It
is
does.
depressing, but it
It's
does make
sad.
sense.
It's sad but true.
No, yeah, it's extremely sad. And on to our last bit of news from our hot topic. Believe it or not, that was the whole hot topic. Everything else we're going to just quick fire through it as well. PlayStation now adds downloading of PS4, PS2 games. So basically, it's becoming a little bit more like Christmas. Nah, I'm joking.
No, it's a really, really, really cool option.
Yeah, it's
Because
basically like Game Pass.
that was my main problem when I was using that service.
Yeah,
When I first had it when it first came out, like the beta,
yeah.
it was working fine. It was working great, and then after a while, I don't know, maybe it was my internet. I don't know. I was having a really, really hard time playing any kind of game online. It was horrible. The lag was unbelievable. Even single player was laggy. But
Oh, let me just put this out there. It sucks for our fellow Gaming Cult podcast member. His computer crashed, so he'll be back shortly.
oh, okay, that's what happened.
Yeah, that's what happened. I think that's actually a pretty cool idea. So I can't wait to see. I mean, the try PlayStation now for a full month is $9. 3-month pass is $29.99 for PlayStation Plus users. So I think that's pretty decent. It's $99 for a whole year, but I definitely think the better options, if anyone is out there listening to us or who watches this later, to me, the better options for PlayStation now to test out games if you want to play old classic PS2 and PS4 games, not classic PS4 games, but old PS4 games. There's a $9 option and there's a $29.99 option for 3 months. I think those are two of the best options. So you can see if you actually want to use that. It's $29 for 3 months. So I think it's really worthy of checking out.
And it's PS2 games, PS3 games, PS4 games, and you could download the PS2 and the PS4, but not the PS3.
Yeah, pretty much. Also, last but not least, we already got out of that part. We're going to get into what are you buying in October. But before we get into what are we buying in October, I want to ask Al and Alvin, but he's not here currently. What games did you beat this summer? Go back into your PlayStation stuff to see which games you beat, because I have to go into mine.
Can't even think right now.
Yeah, I have to actually go into my PlayStation trophies to see which games I beat this summer.
I'm sad I didn't finish.
Or
Mafia
even
for the PS Plus.
even if it's not what you beat, excuse me. What games have you played, and what games have you beaten this summer?
I beat Rick and Morty, if that counts.
Yeah, no, that counts.
That was like a 5-hour game though.
No, it's okay. Go ahead. That's it.
Spider-Man, obviously. Spider-Man was amazing though. Oh, it's God of War. Can't forget God of War. Monster Hunter. Amazing freaking game. Well, that was early. That was winter though. Earlier than this. You're talking about summertime.
Yeah.
So summertime, yeah, God of War. I didn't really beat anything else. Because I was trying to get through The Witcher 3 again and Mafia 3 at the same time. I was unsuccessful.
I need
and
2
then
lives
Spider-Man
or
came
something
out.
like that. The games that I've played and beaten, the games that I've played, God of War, Batman, The Enemy Within. I didn't even go all the way through that. That's You. I played that with my significant other. Knowledge is Power.
I play that one too.
Yeah.
With,
So,
a couple friends.
in case you guys are watching and you want to know something that's decent to play with either your wife or your significant other, I would definitely say Knowledge is Power. That'll definitely get your girlfriend or your wife mad. And
I haven't
That's
tried
You.
that one yet.
Yeah, Knowledge is Power is really
That's You. I've played many times with my wife. When a couple times with one of her friends and a couple times with one of my friends.
Yeah, she likes when I make stupid faces to take pictures of Knowledge.
Yeah, it's definitely a really fun social game.
Just so you guys know, if your girl isn't a gamer or your wife isn't a gamer, those are two of the best games to play with them just because it allows you to use your mobile device as a controller.
Exactly. And there's no like controlling involved. It's like a board game, trivia game.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's trivia against you and your friends. It's like
yes.
Who will most likely survive in the jungle if all of you guys are stranded?
And then you guys get to pick who and you get points for it.
Who's most likely to get arrested after a night of drinking?
Yeah, pretty much. Which is actually Alvin. He's not here to defend himself, so I'm gonna say that. The games that I've beaten: Planet of the Eyes, Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice, Tacoma, and Marvel Spider-Man. Those are the 4 games that I've beaten this summer so far. As far as games that are coming out next month in October, we have Fist of the North Star, Lost Paradise, which is a PS4 exclusive. That's October 7th.
I'm hopeful for that. I'm hoping it's good.
I'm hopeful for it. I'm actually hoping to purchase it and do a playthrough on the YouTube or maybe Twitch. Actually, maybe on Twitch.
I'm not getting my hopes all the way up though.
You have Forza Horizon 4, which is available on PC and Xbox, October 2nd.
That is always a must.
Oh yeah, it's definitely a must for any PC or Xbox.
Exactly.
Mega Man 11. I'm actually excited for that, believe it or not. I wish I had a Switch, and yes, I have not bought Switch yet, so I'm hoping
Maybe this year.
Mega Man 11, PC, PS4, Xbox, Switch, October 2nd. Achung Cthulhu Tactics, which is on PC, October 4th. Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Now, Assassin's Creed Odyssey is extremely confusing, and I'm going to tell you guys why. It's confusing because if you pre-ordered the game, you get early access, and it comes out October 2nd. Technically, it doesn't actually release until October 5th, but if you had pre-ordered the game, it comes out early access October 2nd. So, that's PC, PS4, and Xbox on October 5th for Assassin's Creed Odyssey if you have the standard edition and you did not pre-order. Super Mario Odyssey for the Nintendo Switch. I mean, Super Mario Party. I'm tripping. Super Mario Party. I'm actually going to pre-purchase that, and I don't even have a Nintendo Switch. I feel like that's a game that I would love to play with my significant other, and I'm gonna buy a Switch just for that game in particular. That's PC, PS4. I mean, what am I talking about? That's Nintendo Switch. You know, somebody gonna be looking at that. They're gonna be tweaking. They're gonna be like, "Excuse me, Bob. What exactly are you talking about?"
Yeah, that game is gonna be amazing.
Yeah, it's gonna be lit.
Social game for
sure. Definitely. So that's something I'm looking forward to. Believe it or not, let me just send Joker another invite. Disgaea 1 Complete Edition, PS4 and Switch, October 9th. If you like turn-based JRPG games, Disgaea 1 Complete is coming to the US for the PS4 and the Nintendo Switch. My Memory of Us, PC, PS4, Xbox One, October 9th. All of the games, I'm just going to say Disgaea 1, and when I say October 9th, that's just for the release date. So October 9th, Memory of Us, Stranded Deep, PS4 and Xbox One. WWE 2K19, PC, PS4, Xbox One. That's all of October 9th. Curse on PC, October 11th. Call of Duty Black Ops 4, October 12th, PC, PS4, Xbox One. Disgaea comes out, but if you pre-ordered it early, you get it on the 9th. So the complete edition, the actual edition, if you wait, hold on. Wrong. Let me not mistranslate. That's actually the release date for the European side for Disgaea. It's October 12th. The US side is October 9th. For Honor Marching Fire DLC, October 16th. Lego DC Supervillains US, October 16th.
I can't wait for that one.
NBA 2K Playgrounds 2, October 16th. Starlink Battle for Atlas. Valkyria Chronicles. Warriors Orochi 4 in the US. Dark Souls Remastered for the Switch comes out October 19th. Lego DC Supervillains in Europe comes out October 19th. Soul Calibur 6, October 19th. Warriors Orochi 4 in Europe for all our European people, that's October 19th. Crayola Scoot, October 23rd. PC, PS4, Xbox, Switch. Just Dance 2019. Wow, okay. PS4, Xbox, Switch, Wii U, 360, Wii. Yes, you heard that right. I said Wii.
That is just
nuts. That's nuts.
Yeah.
My Hero Academia for all our anime fans, our Weeble fans.
That's definitely a cash grab.
My Hero One's Justice, October 26th. And yes, to what our good friend Alex the BX Kid said, that is a cash grab. I'm hoping it's good. I'm going to check the demo out. I suggest you guys check the demo out too. And now for the greatest game. Now, the greatest games are highlighted. Let me just go back to the beginning. Forza Horizon 4, Assassin's Creed Odyssey, Call of Duty Black Ops, and Red Dead Redemption 2, PS4 and Xbox, October 26th.
What's that?
That's PS4 and Xbox One, Red Dead Redemption 2, October 26th.
What is this Red Dead?
Exactly. So what games are you guys picking up? I can honestly tell you now, the only thing I'm picking up that month is Assassin's Creed Odyssey, which I had already pre-ordered, and Red Dead Redemption 2. That's it. That's the month of October for me. That's it. Nothing more.
First of all, can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can, young lady. Yes, we can.
All right, good, because my computer...
It was tripping. It was on acid before, yeah.
Yes. All right, so I apologize about that. Games that I'm picking up, I don't know.
You getting Forza Horizon 4?
No, I haven't done racing in a while, man. I actually, not for nothing, for nostalgia purposes, I actually picked up Midnight Club Dub Edition for the 360.
Yeah, because it's backwards compatible on the
Xbox One. I actually picked that up.
My favorite racing game of all time.
And honestly, that's what got me into Need for Speed.
Yeah.
Carbon. Remember Need for Speed Carbon? Prior to Carbon, I was a midnight head. But the other games that are coming out, which actually intrigue me that I might purchase it, I might jump. That's if my significant other doesn't main me. Mega Man 11 and Super Mario Party for the Switch. That's it.
I'm getting Mega Man 11. I want Mario Party Switch. I'm getting Red Dead Redemption, and there's one more. Oh, Lego Supervillains. I'm getting that one for sure.
Honestly, I think you should live stream that with the little one.
Oh, of course. Him and I play now. We play Lego games now. We're working our way through Jurassic Park right now.
Nice.
Really nice.
I should live stream it with him.
Yes, please do. Now, the other thing I wanted to get into, since your computer took a crap on you.
Yeah.
Why is Pete Hines? I'm gonna be straight up. I love Bethesda. They have some of the greatest single player story driven games out right now. But what I don't like is hypocritical Bethesda. Now let me dig into that booty cheeks right now. Pause. Why a couple of months ago they were talking about how, because, like, I'm going to read you what it said. they talked about before how let me just read it to you guys so you guys can get an idea. Fallout 76 won't have cross-platform play because of Sony. Bethesda would have loved to enable crossplay. This was posted July 1st. I'm reading this from The Verge. They said last month at E3, Bethesda unveiled a new Fallout game, Fallout 76, an online multiplayer survival game. The game will be available on Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and PCs when it launches this November. But according to the game's director, it won't allow cross-platform play because of Sony. Todd Howard, now mind you, I want everyone to take in heed. He said it's because of Sony. It's because of Sony. Let's keep that with us. Say it with me, guys. Because of Sony.
Because of Sony. Yeah,
because of Sony. Please. Okay. Todd Howard told GameStar.de, which is the German site, via CNET, that we would love to do crossplay in Fallout 76, but right now that's not possible. The reason, he says, is Sony, which is not as helpful as everyone would like. Sony has already irritated fans by blocking crossplay on Fortnite between PlayStation 4 and Nintendo Switch players. And during E3, it issued a statement saying that we're always open to hearing what the PlayStation community is interested in to enhance their gaming experience, and noted that it already allows crossplay between PC, Mac, iOS, and Android devices. After facing backlash from fans, Sony seemed to listen to the feedback it got, saying that it was looking into a lot of possibilities and that it was... Anyway, freak that. Let's go to the news story, the new news.
The new news.
Yeah. Before you say that, I just want to say I love Bethesda. I love most of their games. But they do like to point their finger at Sony a lot.
Exactly. They like to point their finger at Sony. Well done, Sony.
But is it without reason?
No, it is without reason.
I mean, they have valid points.
They do have valid points, but
just in case, I'm not saying this stuff like to be biased or anything. I'm actually just asking out of curiosity, just in case.
No, think of it this way. You're right. They're pointing fingers, right, rightly so. But my thing is, do not be a hypocrite. That's all. It's just don't be a hypocrite. So this is what had happened. Sony opened the door to Fortnite crossplay today, which this was posted 3 days ago, but Bethesda said it's not happening with the new Fallout. So what happened, Bethesda? I thought it was all up to Sony. That's when the hypocritical is what bothers me. Bethesda executive producer Todd Howard said earlier in the summer that the studio would love to do cross-platform play in Fallout 76, but Sony isn't being as helpful as we want them to be in making it happen. I'm going to stop there and I'm going to say something.
It's all so salty when they say that.
Don't say that it's someone's fault.
And then helpful.
What I feel like happened is he was pointing fingers and was like, yeah, Sony's never gonna change that, and they're never gonna do that. It's a dub where we're always gonna be right because they're not gonna change it. Fast forward 3 months later, what happens? Fortnite is getting crossplay. Minecraft more than likely is getting crossplay. Other games are coming out and getting crossplay support. Hell, if Battlefield 5 gets crossplay support, what does Fallout 76 got to lose?
But hold on. But is this happening because of backlash from a lot of consumers and stuff?
Honestly, you know what I think it is? You want to know what I think it is?
What?
All this, I want everyone to think of this with me. It could be because of consumer backlash, but what I think it is, all this generation, and I want y'all to look at the facts. This whole generation, Sony has been on point with marketing for all types of weird shit. Excuse my language, even if it didn't make sense at first. Microsoft shot themselves in the foot at the E3 2013, revealing the original Xbox One, the cable box one. Sony, what did they do? I'm pretty sure that they added everything else was planned because they knew what the others were doing. Everyone knew what everyone was doing. But what I think they added extra was the whole stab Microsoft in the back when they said, this is how we share games. And he looked to the other guy and handed him the disc. And ever since then, Sony has been one for one like like Tekashi 6ix9ine, they've been 1 for 1 on the Billboard with everything they've been doing. And it has not failed. Correct me if I'm wrong. It has not failed. The only thing they failed at was properly marketing the PS4 Pro. That's the only thing they failed at. But in improperly marketing the PS4 Pro, they sold a crap ton of PS4 Slims. Am I lying?
Nah, you got it.
They did not miss a beat. They were number 1 in the NPD, only being snubbed out by Microsoft. I don't know if it's October or November of 2017. So Microsoft only won 1 month out of 2017. I could be wrong. They could have won 2. I could be wrong. But they won only 1 month out of 2017. And they've been consistent with the way they market stuff. So what I think what they do was they had the people from marketing be like, yeah, let's act like we're ignoring the gamers. And then boom, when October come around, hey guys, we're announcing that we doing crossplay. Y'all like us now, right? Because did you guys not see how that blew up on social media?
Hold on. But how many times are they gonna do that?
Nah, they can't do no more. That's why.
I'm only saying this because now what you're saying sounds like what they did for this thing for backwards compatible games and all that, and the PlayStation Mini. Sounds like the same exact fucking tactics.
The thing is with the PlayStation, the OG PlayStation Classic, from what I'm understanding, that's not meant to play the games. It's meant for a majority of people who's going to get it as a collector's item. When I buy it, which I had already pre-ordered it, I'm not playing it. I'm going to take pictures. I'm going to post it on the Gaming Co. Instagram. You guys can follow us on the Gaming Co. Instagram at TheGamiingKult on Instagram and on Twitter.
I gotta say that was an awesome plug right there.
Like that, right? Delicious. Muy delicioso. The same way I did with my SNES Classic. I have not touched or opened my SNES Classic, and I am never going to open it. That's a collector's item, and the majority of people on Twitter said the same thing. Now, don't get it twisted. There are going to be some people who are going to purchase it to actually play the games, but that's not me.
Man,
That's not me.
I rather
like honestly, you know what I want to see from Microsoft? I want to see from Microsoft. I want to see an OG Xbox Classic. I would buy that in a heartbeat because that was the first system that I ever purchased with my own money. With my own money. But they said they would love cross-platform play, blah blah blah, but it's not going to happen because of Sony. Today, Sony dropped a surprise announcement. This, by the way, people, just so you know, this was posted 3 days ago. So by today, I mean 3 days ago. Dropped a surprise announcement that will allow Fortnite crossplay between the PS4 and other consoles. Could Fallout 76 also be the beneficiary of Sony's new spirit of openness and cooperation? Fallout 76, this is Pete Hines. He said, folks, chill. I work with a lot of devs and games for whom this is important going forward. Fallout 76 does not support crossplay for a number of reasons. I have no idea if it will ever will, but I assure you that it is not on our radar right now as we focus on beta and launch.
Oh wow!
Exactly. So, like, great way to change the subject to the darn beta of Fallout 76 after y'all said it's Sony's fault. They was about to literally have a whole bunch of people mad at Sony for why there's no cross-platform play. And then when you actually announce it, oh, we never said that we was going to do cross-platform play. But that, we go back to June 1st. Like, don't do that. Come on, stop being, y'all being funny now. Y'all being funny with y'all money. Like, y'all being stinky dicks. That's unnecessary.
See, this is what I mean. Like, I always felt like there was some other kind of agenda of
it was.
They always attack Sony. It's not just about this issue. There's other issues too that I can't recall right now. But I do always recall Bethesda.
No, remember Fallout mods?
Oh, the mods. That's what it was.
Oh, it's Sony's fault because they're not getting mods because the color correction wasn't proper on their system. And there was too many megabytes. I think gigabytes of file for the mods.
In the end, also, it was like the way this Sony wants to approve for every mod or something like that.
Yes.
I mean, it's reasonable. It's reasonable for them to want that.
Yeah. Is everything good over there on your end, Alvin?
Is it frustrating?
I hope your joint don't blow up again.
I'm sure it is. I'm sure
Nah,
it is.
I'm on I'm on my phone, so I'm good right now.
Okay. And one last huge push. Another thing that I would like to talk about. I'm not going to talk about the other stuff. Like, I'm going to just breeze past this real quick. Spider-Man PS4 is simply amazing. They managed to sell 3.3 million copies. Hold on, let me just double check real quick. Okay, so yeah, Marvel Spider-Man breaks Sony's sales records. Spider-Man PS4, Sony sold lots of Spider-Man. Cash registers go cha-ching, revenue more than Homecoming. Wow. Okay. Yep. Watch out. It's payday, Spider-Man. USA Today reports that Sony sold 3.3 million copies of Spider-Man, of Marvel Spider-Man, within the first 3 days of release, setting a new sales record. That edges out the prior record of 3.1 million in the first 3 days set by God of War earlier this year. As report notes, the retail price of $60 would translate to roughly 198 million in revenue, which actually tops the 117 million opening week box office for Spider-Man Homecoming. Not all of the copies would have sold for exactly $60, so the actual figure could be a bit less. Plus, the comparison is a little skewed given the movie tickets cost significantly less than a new video game, but it's still an impressive achievement. So, you know, kudos off to them. They got a 87 Metacritic, if I'm not mistaken, which is actually pretty high. So I think that's the highest Spider-Man game. I think I might be wrong. I think the other one, the highest, might actually be Web of Shadows. Excuse me, Web of Shadows? Nah, could be wrong. It's 87 on Metacritic. Spider-Man did good. I'm giving them a clap. That's a round of applause for me.
So many positive things about that game, and I would love to play it, but I can't right now.
The biggest complaint is it's short.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it wasn't short to me just because of what I did. You see what I did. Just so in case any of you guys didn't know what I did, I'm going to explain. I did all of the side quests first, and then I played the story. So the story, if you were a speedrunner, you could beat the story in 8 hours, give or take 8 or 10 hours. But if you were taking your time like me over the course of a week, I actually beat the game in five days from the week that I actually purchased the game. 6 days, just about a week, yeah. So just about a week, I actually beat the game. Yeah. And I got the platinum. Al actually was the first person in the gaming code to get the platinum, so kudos off to Al.
All right, Al.
Al sat at 7.2%, so he got the first platinum. He made me jealous, so I had to actually hurry up and beat the game. I'm not going to lie about it. I'm going to be honest about it. And the one thing after that I wanted to get into, which is big, and I'm pretty sure you guys got your channel, not your channel, but your pages to it, is I don't want to really talk about them, but EA Motive talks 4 games: Star Wars, new IP, Plants vs. Zombie, and number 4. I don't know what number 4 means, but we're going to find out soon. Jade Raymond did an interview with the Game Informer where she talked about Motive's 4 games. Some of this is older information, but I'm putting all of it, the person that I'm reading it from is putting all of it together. There's more about the games and how Motive works at various links. Being helmed by Motive Vancouver with assistance from Motive Montreal. Motive Vancouver was, this is for the Star Wars game, by the way. That was Amy Hennig's game, which had 3 terabytes worth of high-end Star Wars arts assets. They ended up, if I'm not mistaken, didn't they end up canceling that?
I don't know.
They ended up canceling Amy Hennig's. I don't know if it was the Star Wars single-player game, But I heard that they ended up canceling Amy Hennig's Star Wars, not Star Wars game. They canceled a game. You remember that, right?
The Star Wars game that was styled like an Uncharted.
Like Uncharted 4, yeah. So they canceled that one. The new IP. This is what I really wanted to get into. This is owned by EA Montreal Motive, the Motive team, and was the main reason EA opened the studio in the first place, since they wanted into the action adventure genre. This is also the little Jay Raymond. This is also the title Jay Raymond is most likely directing. The goal is the game is to reinvent action adventure games for the future. Jay Raymond really wants the team to put in the gameplay elements beyond shoot and kill. As one example, she wants the game to have huge explorer gameplay component. She goes so far as to say she wants Motive's identity to be about relentless discovery. The game is a sci-fi title, and I'm gonna stop right there and say something real quick. EA, even though they're a bunch of a-holes, for some reason their games always pull you in. Even me, I fell for the hype of Mass Effect Andromeda. I purchased it, and I'm not gonna lie, it was buggy. It was buggy as hell, but the game was still sound. It was great. And I'm a sucker for space games. I'm a sucker for sci-fi type games. So if they had no lie, not Titanfall, Anthem. I can't wait for that game to drop.
Yeah, I can't wait for that game.
From what they're talking about it not being story driven, like I don't know, like I'm kind of iffy now. I haven't even pre-ordered. Normally I pre-order games that are 6 months out.
Well, I mean, if the gameplay is there, I don't care about story much. Doesn't mean I don't care about story games.
Yeah.
You know?
If you don't
have a story in a video game, if your gameplay holds up, I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
Especially if it's in online mode. Obviously, that's, you don't really need too much story in online mode.
And that's another thing.
We still need single player games though. Like I'm still mad they canceled that Star Wars game.
If EA people watch this, even if you come past this video, and Ubisoft, stop putting multiplayer, even Square Enix, stop putting multiplayer in single player stories. Stop doing that. It's very annoying. It's highly irritating. The last time y'all put my favorite Assassin's Creed was Black Flag, but I couldn't bear to finish it because nobody wants to play Assassin's Creed multiplayer. Just stop doing that. Please. I'm begging you, stop.
Hey, I like the Assassin's Creed multiplayer.
No, stop. If anything, put co-op. Put a co-op in.
Yeah,
co-op goes so awesome. Well in a single player game. Put it in co-op.
What was this game? This game.
Yeah.
You know this game? A Way Out?
Yes.
Yo, my God, that was like
gorgeous.
That was the perfect co-op game right there.
I never had a chance to play it.
Yo, that game, that game is good.
You know what made it better? If I own a copy of the game, you don't have to own a copy of the game now because you can play as the other character regardless.
Yep,
that's true. Yo, that game was like amazing, man. Like I was like, yo, like it made me feel something. That's how serious it was. Like I cried at the end of it. Like it was, oh my God, that fucking game, yo. Like even my wife got into it. Like she was like, it looks kind of stupid or whatever. And then she saw like some of it a little bit, and she's like, you know what? I guess I'll play. And she's like playing with her sister. Oh my God, it was like a fucking awesome game. That's
definitely worth it to see.
That's pretty cool.
And another recent interview. This is for the new IP, the sci-fi one that Jay Raymond's Motive Montreal is talking about. She noted that the game will be a positive statement about humanity, so you shouldn't be imagining a gritty Blade Runner world here. Jay Raymond notes that the game will be a dynamic, living, breathing world that keeps evolving and changing over time through what sounds like a live service element. And once again, I don't like that. She contrasts this with how, historically speaking, Assassin's Creed is a game where you go through the story content and then it's immediately on to the next annual title without the last one really evolving. Yeah, I don't know how to feel about that. I mean, Plants vs Zombies, I definitely would play that with my significant other, but the
Yo,
other stuff is just kind of it's
Plants
unclear on what they're talking about, and it's very upsetting.
Plants vs Zombies. The first one was incredible.
Yeah, it was.
Like gameplay, like just to play it, it was like a lot of fun. You know, like if you're not doing anything, like there's a bunch of your friends and stuff are just like hanging out or whatever, like at their own respected homes. You jump on that game. That game is like perfect.
Yeah,
And then
definitely.
and then part two came out, and I was like, okay, I kind of got into it, but everybody else kind of like gave up on it. You know.
Yeah, definitely, I can see it.
Yeah, I got bored of it quickly. But I get
Um,
it takes a lot. Well, it doesn't take a lot. I don't know. I get bored of a lot of games quickly.
yeah, but one game I know you didn't get bored of was Take That, Fallout 4.
Oh,
Fallout. Fallout. I love Bethesda. Love
Really?
Bethesda.
Um, and let's talk about that Telltale layoff real quick. Well, before we actually talk
R.I.P.
about that, wait, before we talk about that, let's ask you what games have you played and games have you beaten Joker? Because when we were
R.I.P.
talking about it, you actually your computer took a crap.
Oh, okay.
So yeah,
I actually the only reason why I didn't purchase Spider-Man was because I ended up purchasing Tomb Raider. So yeah, that was like, all right. I know me. If I purchase Spider-Man, I'm gonna play Spider-Man, and as soon as Tomb Raider comes out, I'm gonna like not focus on Spider-Man no more. And I was like, you know what? I'll wait until a little bit later. So I played Tomb Raider. I played I would say like what, like maybe like 6 7 hours worth. I haven't really played much because then Monster Hunter came out with the Autumn Festival, and it's actually like extremely limited. You know, like it was only available like at the end of like the 25th of September up until October 4th. So that's like 2 weeks compared to
yeah,
all the other events that were like a month and a half long.
true.
So I've been playing Monster Hunter, and I've actually like been
Wait, but
working on the mechanics.
how is not Assassin's Creed
Tomb Raider?
Tomb Raider?
Oh my, yo, the if anybody gets a chance to
Wait,
just
hold on,
look,
hold on. Let me just say, if he can't speak proper English talking about a Tomb Raider game, it must be good.
yeah. Just the title screen alone, like, looks incredible. So this happened 3 times. Once to me, once to my wife, and once to my friend and stuff. So we're at the title screen of the game, where you like select, you load your game and all that stuff. We'll go to options and all, and I'm looking at it. I'm like, wow, this thing looks really, really good. And I'm just staring at the screen, and I'm looking, checking out the details and everything else. Tell me how Laura Croft is extremely well hidden, camouflaged into the foliage, holding a knife. I'm like, holy shit, she's been standing there this whole time.
Wow.
Yo, that's how awesome the fucking game looks. Where like it's almost lifelike, almost lifelike. Like it's like you're almost playing a movie with like a live action movie. Like it's that serious. Like the gameplay is very smooth. The actual graphics of the game itself are incredible. Very incredible, and it's pretty much like riding a bike. So if you played the first two, um, you should be, playing this one. It will be no problem, no issue. They actually revamped the skill tree, which I'm actually happy about, like the way it works. Um, I mean, there could be a little bit of leeway to like correcting it, but for what it is right now, it's actually pretty perfect. I like how it looks. I like how it looks. I like how you go about on getting the next your next skill.
That
Like
actually really does sound good.
like the game itself is actually like, I don't know, man. You guys got to play it. Like if you guys get a chance, just pick it up and play it. Oh, and I recommend if you haven't played the first two and you want to play this one, I recommend playing the first two because everything kind of like interweaves with each other, and you get like special skins for playing the first two. The skins don't do anything; they're just like a layer. That's pretty much it. Um, but you do get armor that actually like does things and stuff that you can upgrade and everything. So
Okay, that
yeah,
sounds good.
it's a good game.
Um, so how do you guys feel about the whole situation? Holy crap, those chips are really spicy. I just died. God damn. How do y'all feel about the whole Telltale layoff situation? I actually feel bad for the folks.
I feel really bad too. They're
Yeah,
great
I do.
storytellers,
I do
great
as well. Yeah,
creators.
It said, let me just read the official release so you guys could tell me what you think.
yeah.
Today, Telltale, this was September 21st, by the way, for those watching. Today, Telltale Games made the difficult decision to begin a majority studio closure following a year marked by insurmountable challenges. A majority of the company's employees were dismissed earlier this morning, with a small group of 25 employees staying on to fulfill the company's obligations to its board and partners. CEO Pete Hawley issued the following statement. It's been an incredibly difficult year for Telltale as we worked set the company on a new course. Unfortunately, we ran out of the time trying to get there. We released some of our best content this year and received a tremendous amount of positive feedback, but ultimately that did not translate to sales. With a heavy heart, we watch our friends leave today to spread our brand of storytelling across the games industry. Telltale will issue further comments regarding its portfolio in the coming weeks. And some people are saying it was from bankruptcy and the skeleton crew was finishing off the game because some people had already pre-ordered it and they can't afford. If I'm not mistaken, if you're going in through bankruptcy, they can't technically afford to give you your money back if you asked for it. So they were 400 deep, and that was a very huge mass layoff. Like that's crazy. Like that was it was unnecessarily random.
It's a very ugly situation. Like there's
Yeah.
It
a lot
really
of
is an ugly
horror
situation.
stories about the situation.
And the
the
crazy thing
environment
is,
there.
I know a lot of people, and I think Alvin is one of them who wanted to go into game development, and it's like scary because of stuff like that. Like, how do you cope with losing your job randomly, getting a phone call saying you're fired? Well, not you're fired, but I'm sure they didn't say you're fired. That'd be really messed up. But we had some problems, and we're gonna have to lay you off, and everyone else. Like that hurts. Like just thinking about it hurts.
Yeah.
Like that's something that's like creepy, scary.
I don't know, man. It's like a very like difficult time for a lot of people, and like it just sucks like how randomly like you're there, you're working on games, and suddenly, hey, hit the door, bro. You gotta go. And it's like, yo, like what happened? You know, and it probably wasn't even like through fault of their own. You know,
Yeah,
it
I
was
think.
probably like something else. Cause like I don't get it. Like they this is a studio that was doing really really good for themselves. Like
Honestly, some of their games were fucking amazing. Excuse the
Well,
French.
I think it
yeah,
was a
The
lot
one I
of
don't like, the one I don't like, and I'm gonna tell y'all now. I love Game of Thrones, but I did not like Game of Thrones Telltale. My favorite was The Wolf Among Us and
yeah,
Guardians of the Galaxy
yeah.
because
I
Guardians of
mean,
the Galaxy was funny. Also, Tales of the Borderland. It was
they
funny.
had so many like good games like that. That is like I don't know. I just find it kind of weird that like suddenly they're bankrupt. You
Yeah.
know,
I feel
and
like something else was happening that we
yeah,
didn't know about that's behind the scenes. And I hope
yeah,
that
exactly.
there's
it
definitely
wasn't.
something there with
Yeah.
management. Like I said,
Yeah,
like I was saying, there was horror stories. Like I heard a story somebody saying like one of their supervisors or something like that had a sign on the door saying don't ask how much time does it make, how much time you need to make a good game. As ask yourself how much of a good game you can make with the time you have. It's
Yeah.
like
And crazy thing is, they go through crazy amounts of crunch time in the games industry, so you know it's hard.
hmm
But on to the next. Sadly, let's try to get some funny news in. I love Ubisoft, but Ubisoft, they just be doing too much. They'll be doing the most sometimes. As you all know, every time a new game from Ubisoft comes out, there's like 25 different versions. Which version are you getting? To preface this, I know this isn't new, and and in the end, it's whatever. But I was just looking at the Ubi launcher, and it had 4 versions: standard, deluxe, gold, and ultimate. I thought it was a lot already, but there is more physical. Here's the standard version. They have the Omega edition, the Athenian edition. It's exclusive to JB Hi-Fi, by the way. I don't know where that's at, so don't ask. The collector's edition with Cassandra statue. That's GameStop only. The deluxe edition, the gold edition. That's the one I have. What's this? The ultimate edition, which is $119, and it's the same thing as the gold edition, but it's $20 more. I do not understand. Don't ask. I really don't know. I don't know what's going on here anymore.
No, that one supposedly comes with like extra content, and you can play earlier.
No, it's the same thing as the gold edition. The gold edition you can play on the 2nd of October.
No, you see,
The gold edition and the ultimate edition.
I don't know. A lot of people are complaining about this too.
Oh wait, I'm not finished. There's the
Yeah.
Medusa edition.
Yep.
It comes with a statue of the guy standing on Medusa's head. Oh wait, you thought it was over? Nah, there's the Spartan edition. I'm not done. There's the Pantheon edition, which, if I'm not mistaken, that one was actually $800.
I'm getting that one. It's all right.
Jesus Christ.
I'm gonna do an unboxing.
So out of all of them, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 10 different editions. There's the standard edition, the special edition, the Vigilante edition, the Uplay exclusive edition, the limited edition, the DedSec edition. Wait a minute, DedSec. They put, never mind, that's Watch Dogs 2, but okay. Digital Deluxe Edition, Uplay, the Uplay Deluxe Edition, Gold Edition, and the Season Pass.
Yeah.
By the way, I never understand this. It's a lot of extra. Like, why is there so many editions?
I don't know.
I'm like, I love options, but good Lord, Lucifer, why is there so many?
Does anybody remember like the good old days?
When you just buy the damn game and there wasn't no season pass? Yes.
No, not even.
Because Pepperidge Farm
talking about loot boxes, you know, like.
Okay, I'm going fast forward. The only ones that come with the early access is the Gold Edition. Play up to 3 days early, starting on October 2nd. And the Ultimate Edition, digital. That's it. What else? Let me see. I think it might be another
Oh
one.
my God.
Nope, that's it. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, it was
That's
11
it.
different versions of it.
Good Lord.
It's fucking ridiculous.
Also, good news for those of us who like Devil May Cry. Devil May Cry will be 4K 60 frames per second on the PS4 Pro. They didn't state whether it will be 4K checkerboard or just 4K 60, but I'm curious to see what that does, what that mouth do. So, we're going to see what happens.
Yeah, I'm getting it on the PC.
I still believe in you. And Fortnite, the Fortnite Crossplay beta launches on the PS4. Following a comprehensive evaluation process, SIE has identified a path towards supporting cross-platform features for select third-party content. We recognize that PS4 players have been eagerly awaiting an update, and we appreciate the community's continued patience as we have navigated through this issue to find a solution. So now they have Xbox, they've added Xbox and Nintendo Switch to the fray. All of the other stuff was already there, but having the Xbox and the Nintendo Switch on it, that's definitely cool. I can't wait to play with my nephews on. I'll definitely be playing Minecraft with my nephews. I'm not touching Fortnite with a 10-foot pole. So.
Well, I don't play Fortnite myself, so.
I know a lot of people probably are like, "These dudes serious?" Yes, we're serious. None of us play Fortnite.
No.
Al plays Fortnite a little bit, just
negative.
Oh, wait, you
haven't even tried it.
Oh wow, never mind. I take that back. I apologize for spitting on your name.
Oh damn.
And
who was it? Actually, not for nothing. I was watching a YouTube video earlier today. This guy's like, he's like very popular amongst the computer world, and he referenced Fortnite, and he put his head down. He's like, "Yes, I went there," and it was like, "What? Like, like is that how bad Fortnite is? Like, everybody's like tired of it already."
yeah,
Especially that you
really
can,
is.
especially that you can play it on the go, like on your cell phone.
Yeah,
It comes pre-installed on the Note 9.
Yeah, on a Note 9. Yeah, it does.
Pre-installed on the Note 9.
You know what I wanted to say that I'm excited to see. I'm excited to see crossplay between PUBG. Forget Fortnite. I can't wait to see what they do with PUBG crossplay. Now that is going to be interesting. That's definitely going to be interesting.
That I could get with for sure.
Yeah. And you know, that's all the serious news that we have for our season 2 episode. You know, the new season 2.
Season 2.
Season 2.
I can't
episode
believe
1.
we have. Yeah, thank you, Al, because I'm retarded right now. And last but not least, this is one thing I know I could talk with you about. So we're going to talk about it, Alvin. AMD teases PlayStation and Xbox consoles with secret source.
Wait, what? Oh yeah, that's right.
Microsoft has already confirmed it was working on multiple new Xbox consoles, while there are also rumors with a fifth PlayStation system is on the way. Now, AMD CEO has offered up what could be a tease for these new systems. Speaking with Jim Cramer about AMD's gaming efforts, Lisa Su said, "We're working with both Sony and Microsoft on consoles. They both have their specific secret sauce that we're helping them do."
Yes. Yes, I can't wait for this, man.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what it is. I just hope they focus more. Like, honestly, I don't even care about 4K on consoles anymore. Give me 2K, give me 1440p. Hell, and I mean, honestly, I would say I would have said give me 1440p, but if I feel like Microsoft and Sony are both like they're really aiming for 4K. So what I want to explain is give us the option to go between 1440p and 1080p and let us have 60 frames per second, 1080p, and 4K 30 frames per second. Also, if you can, give us 4K 60 frames per second, depending on the game. I know y'all can do it. Stop being retarded. It's a fixed system. It's not hard. It's a fixed system. It's not like a PC where there's different setups. It's a fixed system. Make it work, please.
I'm sure they will argue against that in many different ways.
For real.
Man, I mean, I can't wait for that. Like, this is now. Remember back in E3 when Phil Spencer announced like the future of gaming?
Yeah.
You know, the whole like streaming and everything else.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, you know, and then I remember I brought up to you the other day that I got an email about Liquid Sky, which is like that streaming service like for the mobile phone.
Yeah.
So like soon we're according to
it's gonna happen, but you know it needs to happen first. That has messed up our
5G.
Internet speeds. No, forget 5G. We need internet all across the United States to be localized in the same capacity.
Yeah,
and the
right.
reason being is because when you look at people that live on the West Coast and on the East Coast and in the North, we get the best internet. The best. The only place that's south that I know has good internet is Atlanta because they have Google Fiber optic.
Oh yeah,
and
that's
they
right.
get 1 gigabit speeds through Google for $69.99 a month.
Yep.
I'm currently getting 400 megabits per second for $89 a month. There's also a plan option to get $89 a month and get 1 gigabit speeds through Verizon. I don't trust Verizon though, because the same person who's the chairman of the FCC is the same person who used to work for Verizon, who also messed all of us up as gamers and internet enthusiasts this summer with the FCC voting to remove net neutrality. So F that guy, and I hope he falls down a flight of stairs and breaks his collarbone.
Oh damn.
Oh my
Yes.
God.
I hope he falls
Wishing
downstairs
him well,
and break his collarbone. Yes, have a good day, sir. But
Oh, crap.
it's people like Comcast that's not going to allow it to stick. People
Yeah.
like Verizon who aren't going to allow it to stick because they're greedy. They want their money. They don't want no one jumping into their stuff. That's why it's so hard for people like Google to come into the New York City area. Because imagine if Google came into the New York City area. Forget Spectrum.
I know,
Optimum
I'm
Online. I'm going directly to that Google and I'm getting 1 gigabit
Hell yeah.
speeds. I'm upgrading all of my equipment.
Hell yeah. I
So
am.
it's
I know
like-
I am.
It's like, you know, it's kind of amazing that we live in this era where I'm hoping that maybe one day we can get to it where it's like that, because shout out to our gaming cult people that live down south, aka Bowden and Speedy.
Yo, my nigga
What?
Broden.
Come on, man. Really?
Sorry, man.
Shout out to Bowden and them down south, but they, like, Bryce actually told, like, not even just Bryce, but Speedy told me he's paying $20 a month. No, $100 a month for 20 gigabits. I mean, 20 megabits per second. $100, almost $100 a month for 20 megabits per second. You know I would die trying to download something in New York. Like, are you serious? They basically living on dial-up.
They pretty
Yo,
much
and-
is. It's like
They're living on
it's
dial-up.
super fast dial-up. That's all.
And
it
you
is.
got to remember too, like there's people that have like pretty decent download but crappy upload. You know?
Yeah.
Like me.
I'm
And
not
there
gonna lie.
there are others out there too that they pay for download and they have to pay also for upload. And then the messed up thing is
I think
Down-
honestly, can I cut you
download
off
is
real quick?
unlimited.
I think that's in down south. Honestly, I really do.
yeah.
'Cause they get the short end of the stick.
Well,
If-
my upload
apparently,
sucks too.
apparently, from what I heard from Bryce and Speedy, if you don't live in a city, you can't get good internet.
Yeah, no, you
So
can't.
let's screw all the people who live in the suburban areas.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you guys right now, I'm
and then
actually traveling.
overcharge them on top of it. At least give them a
Yeah.
good price.
I'm
At least give 'em a
traveling
good price.
to Atlanta in December to visit family, and they live out in Fayetteville. Fayetteville is like in the suburbs. Last time I was out there, we're talking about like 6-7 years ago. My internet speed on my phone was atrocious. You know, it was atrocious. At the time, I had Sprint at the time. It was atrocious. It was horrible. You know. So we'll see what happens now. I'll look
see if
around,
things are
see what they
different.
have.
Let's see if
Yeah,
things are different.
I'll look around, see what they have, and then I'll relay information.
Hey Bowden, hey Zeus, how you guys doing?
Yo, what's going on?
You see, Bowden he said it. It's a struggle down there. It really is.
Yeah.
It's crazy because, like, our guy Zeus, shout out to Zeus, for the gaming code. He's in Oregon, in Portland. I don't know. I don't know
Yeah.
if he's in. Yeah, I think he's in Oregon, if I'm not mistaken.
If it is
But-
Oregon, it's Portland.
Yeah, he's in Seattle anyway. Long story short, Washington. There you go. He's in Washington. And I'm sure his internet speeds, he can get better internet speeds, or he probably has decent or even greater internet speed just because he's in the Northwest,
Mhm.
the Pacific Northwest. Now, when you look at Ram Bowden's situation, you got Ram Bowden, you got J-Boss, you got Speedy. Thanks, Zeus. I got you. You look at Speedy, and like, because they don't live smack in the city, they don't get decent priced internet speeds. So look at what I'm getting. I'm getting 400 megabits per second for $89.99 a month, which was currently upgraded from 100 megabits per second which was $64.99 a month. Now, when you go down south, Bowden is talking about his internet was, at one point, the highest he got was 25, or no, not 25, 30 or 20. And that was like 80 bucks or something. And it's like, bro, what is going on down there to where it's that much of a monopoly to where you can't even get decent internet speeds?
That's exactly what it is, though. It's a monopoly.
Yep. It's a monopoly,
It's a sad world we live in.
They're all in cahoots with each other.
So, yo,
thanks for the like, Zeus. Appreciate it. Thanks for the like.
Zeus. Thanks, bro.
We're
gonna go back to the topic at hand because
yes.
I have a speculation. So, my speculation is, again, let's just going back to my statement from before of how PC gamers have like different computers that everybody has their own flavor of things or whatever. I'm speculating, that AMD is gonna make multiple consoles because it's gonna be different flavors. So maybe one console might be like an actual home console, what you have now. Another console could probably be like bare bones and be like what's this thing? The Steam Link? No, the Steam Link.
Honestly, you have a valid point, and I think that's what's gonna happen.
Yep.
But it's gonna take a while. Wait, hold on. He said 6 megabits per second was my peak speed, but would never reach the peak speed. Wow. Wow, my head hurts just thinking about that number. 6 megabits per second.
And I'm crying that my upload won't go past 5.
Good Lord. Holy Jesus.
But my download goes like 100, which is good.
Yeah.
But it's like, but look, what a difference though. It's like 100 to 5.
Yeah, right.
What the hell, bro?
I mean, I got I got Fios. I got fiber optics. I got that 1 gigabit.
Fios is Fios.
Yeah, that's 89
crazy
month,
upload.
Right?
Yep. I got the 1 gigabit. Oh my god, that thing is like.
And the upload is 1 gigabyte
oof.
too, right?
Nah,
it's a little bit less. It's a little bit less, right? But
it's like around like around 700, 800.
Yeah,
it depends. It depends on what you're uploading, But regardless, like
compared to my 5.
Yo, man, I'm telling you, man.
Literally 800 times faster.
Like before,
math's all, but
when I used to live in Manhattan, I had at the time Time Warner as a internet, and like their maximum was like 100. So 100 up, 100 down. Like that was their max, and I'm like, okay, whatever. And I'm paying like $100 for it, and downloading anything was like horrible. Uploading anything was even worse.
You know what I think though? They changed now because those small companies. Remember Clear Wireless?
Yeah, I remember
those small companies like that snatched up all of the remaining people, and they left because people who wanted internet, they didn't care about TV. We got Netflix, Hulu, Crunchyroll, HBO Now. We got DirecTV now. Shout out to you. Thanks, Al. We got all of these things. What's the point in having a cable provider besides internet? If you can't supply me with the basic needs of internet, just leave me alone. I don't need.
Not for nothing. In my house, I only have internet. That's it. I don't have
internet in my house.
I have the internet, and we have Wi-Fi, and then I have the services of Netflix. Yep, Wi-Fi. I have Netflix, I have Hulu, I have Sling, right? I just recently subscribed to the DC Universe. I have VRV, which is awesome. I fucking love it. Anybody that has a Crunchyroll account, I recommend closing that out and shelling out the extra like $3 for Verve.
Is that much better?
It's literally,
because I remember you was telling me you wasn't the only one showing me. It's like you could download stuff offline and stuff like that.
Yes, you can watch stuff offline and everything.
You get Crunchyroll back.
Crunchyroll made this app. Crunchyroll made Verve. Verve comes from Crunchyroll.
Yeah.
And the app is amazing because it's not just Crunchyroll. You pay a premium price, and it's not even anything crazy. Like it's like I think like $13 or less a month, and you get Crunchyroll, you get Funimation, you get Toei, you get Frederator, you get all these brands, and you can watch like right there in the app. They just added Nickelodeon. So for all you nostalgia people out there, they have Doug, they have Rugrats, no, not Rugrats. They have Rocko's Modern Life. They have Legends of the Hidden Temple. My wife squealed when she saw that. Like, like it was crazy. Like,
I ain't gonna lie, I used to love that show.
You know, let me guess. You were a green monkey, weren't you?
I'm gonna switch that thing.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
I had no favorites.
You know, I'm telling you, cut off this thing. You cut off Crunchyroll, pay the extra amount of money that you know that you're gonna be paying anyway. But you get like so many other services, and it's not just limited to anime. You also get like live action stuff too, like Korean drama and all that stuff. If you guys are into that, I know my wife is. She loves her Korean drama.
I'll definitely check it out then. But yeah, and if you guys haven't watched it, this is our new episode of, what is it, Alex?
Season 2, Episode 1.
Woo!
Of the Gaming Cult Podcast. We did our summer recap. We did our games we played. We did our crossplay talk. We talked about Telltale Games' sad layoff, which is actually extremely near and dear because I would never wish that upon my worst enemy. That's something that you never want to be put into that type of predicament. That's a sad, sad predicament. And we also spoke on Forza Horizon 4 reviews, as well as Spider-Man PS4 selling in 3.3 million. Congrats to Sony and Insomniac. And also congrats to Marvel for letting a real person handle it. I was going to say something else, but I held myself. Make sure you guys stay tuned for more. We're going to post our Microsoft Store video. I was waiting for us to go on our podcast before I announced that. And we have a little surprise regarding New York City Comic Con, so make sure you stay tuned for that as well.
Oh, yeah. And we have a giveaway.
Yes, we do. We have giveaways coming up in the next 3 weeks. Make sure you subscribe. Hold on. Make sure you subscribe and become part of the notification squad. And also follow us on Instagram and Twitter at GAMIINGKULT. That's TGAMIINGKULT on Twitter and on Instagram. Make sure you follow us.
Yeah, man, I can't wait. Oh, could I just say what one of the giveaways is?
Go ahead.
So, on our trip to the Microsoft Store, using the gift of gab and my persuasion powers, I got one lucky winner, 24 months of Xbox Game Pass.
24 months. That's 2 years of Xbox Game Pass for any of you who can't count in months.
Exactly. I know a couple of people out there. So
I want you guys to tell your friends, if you have friends who have Xboxes, if you watch this video later on and you get to the end of the video, tell your friends, hey, go subscribe to the Gaming Cult on YouTube. Our channel pops up. Subscribe, come watch our stuff, watch our live streams, chill with us, and we will announce the winners out of our new subscribers. If it's not out of our new subscribers, it's out of the amount of people who engage with us during live streams. Always remember, we do a YouTube live stream every Sunday after 5:45 p.m. Whether it be me playing a game, the way things work now is it'll be me or Joker playing a game for about an hour or so, which will be story-driven or multiplayer. Or it'll be Al here playing a PSVR game for about 2 hours plus. That's on Sundays after 5:54 p.m. Eastern Time. And Mondays and Tuesdays, I'll be on Twitch in the evening after 3 p.m. Eastern Time. So anywhere around 5:45 p.m. Eastern Time on Monday and Tuesday, I'll be on Twitch. And Wednesday and Thursday, actually, what days are you going to be on Mixer, Joker?
I'll be on Mixer and YouTube on Thursdays and maybe Fridays. We gotta figure things out for Friday. But for sure Thursday nights, I'm up all night playing either Monster Hunter or Tomb Raider. Anybody ask me questions, talk to me. I'll be more than happy to talk right back. I'll be on both Mixer and YouTube.
And he's very he engages with his viewers. So just make sure you comment, like, and subscribe to our videos. Just be a part of the gaming cult and show us some love. Show us how you support us. Share these videos. Send it to friends. If there's people you know who are in the gaming community and they want to win free guard, tell them to come on over. Tell them to share this with their friends. Besides the 24 months of Xbox Live, we also will be giving away Spider-Man PS4 right around the time of the new DLC drop. So make sure you stay tuned for that. The night of the DLC drop, I'll be announcing a winner for that. The DLC drops around October 23rd, so be sure to stay tuned for the new DLC of Spider-Man PS4. It's for Black Cat, so pay attention, join us, become part of the family of the gaming cult, and until next time, we see you guys later. Let me dab on you. Peace.